I guess my adventure began when I was on a tennis court, and I noticed that there was a real drag when I was trying to play tennis.
He said he couldn't walk up the steps. I said, John, come on, you can go up these steps. He said, no, I'll just meet you up there.
Then I just decided I needed to call a doctor, and then I heard the word heart failure. And I'm going, what are they talking about?
And that's when I really realized that he was sicker than I thought.
His heart failure came to a point that he was not able to sustain the activities of daily living.
So Dr. Sumi had had a couple of shocks from his defibrillator. He'd had a couple of procedures, but continued to have refractory ventricular tachycardia.
So I was the first one to have using a gamma knife to try to treat an arrhythmia.
So Dr. Sumi had that procedure performed and had a significant reduction in his arrhythmia burden for a reasonable period of time.
But I knew that eventually I was either going to have a heart transplant or this heart wasn't going to be working anymore. So I had to be admitted to the hospital, and I couldn't go home until they found a heart.
And when we thought that we had an adequate donor, I went upstairs and I broke the news.
It didn't even register with me that he's getting someone's heart, and then I'm thinking, oh, okay, in 4 days he'll be up and walking around, thinking in my mind, that's what I'm thinking, okay, and we're getting his heart, he's gonna be all right.
Transplant went well, the heart was working and doing its job, but he did have a difficult time getting off the ventilator. He spent about 2 months in the acute care phase of the post-transplant in the hospital.
Oh, it was a long, hard road. But I kind of left it in the hands of these wonderful doctors and the nurses.
Through the team of Barnes-Jewish Hospital, physical therapist, nutritionist, and nursing staff, along with nurse practitioners, he was able to stand up, walk around, initially 100 feet, then 200, 300, to a point that he was able to walk back home.
It all has to work together to really get somebody like this through a very complex illness and care treatment.
This is the letter that I wrote to my donor family on December 15th, 2017. Dear donor family, I am a very fortunate man, but I realize my good fortune is intertwined with the inconsolable grief your family must have felt during those days in August. I can only try to imagine how difficult the decision must be to consent to the donation of your loved one's heart. I struggle to find the words to express how truly thankful I am to receive this precious gift. Every day when I shave, I look in the mirror and I see the scar on my chest. I am reminded that someone else's heart beats just below my sternum. Sincerely, sadly, gratefully, and triumphantly yours. We met the family of the donor in very unusual circumstances. I had written them a letter, and they had responded, and they enclosed 2 pictures of their sibling who donated his heart. And my daughter, who was standing next to me, and recognized him from a t-shirt.
And I didn't even look back. I just went right over there.
And they said, how do you know him? And she said, well, my husband has his heart, and he's right there if you want to meet him.
I just said, would you like to hear Donovan's heartbeat? And she said, yeah, I would love to. It was kind of surreal. I mean, it was wonderful. It was the most wonderful feeling. He's just part of our family, and his heart is, I think of him, he's still out living in John.
Obviously they love their brother, and they told us a little bit about things that he liked, so that's really special.
Meeting Donovan's family, and they're a wonderful family. I've gotten to know them, and it's a painful thing, and I understand it's a horrible thing to lose. It has to be a good feeling to know that he did such a wonderful thing.